go here. There will be an inquiry on the one. There they go, off and pacing. Leading them out is Rotten Ronnie. To his outside into the turn is Woodmere Alvin second. Along the rail third. That's Dusty Lane Morgan. Coming up fourth on the outside is Woodmere Stealdeal. Then in fifth towards the rail as they race to the backstretch, that is Dusty Lane Goliath. And racing now, check that, up into sixth. That'll bet him again. That's Goliath at the back after a break. So they're sailing right along in the early going here. And on to the front as they race to the quarter, Woodmere Alvin. From the outside, here comes another new leader. Woodmere Stealdeal off at 29 and 2 opening quarter mile. Woodmere Stealdeal from Mark Campbell takes over the lead. Racing from second, that's Woodmere Alvin. Uptight in third, that's Rotten Ronnie. Back into fourth is Dusty Lane Morgan. Racing fifth, bet him again. Then in sixth, the race through the stretch is Dusty Lane Goliath. And Jaden's Magic Steel never made the start. There's the reason for the inquiry. They arrive at the opening half mile, 58 and 3, midway around the turn, approaching the 5/8, and on the point, Woodmere Stealdeal, the leader. Second on the backstretch is Woodmere Alvin. Here comes movement third. Dusty Lane Morgan is underway. Fourth up the rail, Rotten Ronnie. Contending in fifth, that's bet him again. Then the trailer, that's Dusty Lane Goliath. They're over to 3/4. Woodmere Stealdeal. Wow, he's starting to open it up, and it's getting real late. 3/4 in 1, 28 and 4. Down to an eighth of a mile left to go. Woodmere Stealdeal and Campbell strictly up against the clock now. They're in deep stretch now, and they're really rolling along here in the Atlantic Sire Stakes. Woodmere Stealdeal and Mark Campbell holding on second. That's Woodmere.
They're off and pacing. Dollars and Spence from the rail shoots out to grab the early lead. Jaden's Magic Steel will take a tuck in the pocket second, followed out in 3 as they race into the first turn by Woodmere Stealdeal. Dropping back and finding a gap at the rail, Mr. Rowdy in 4. Then pacing away in 5, Dusty Lane Goliath. Woodmere Alvin back treading in 6. There goes Woodmere Stealdeal out of the 3 spot and driving on now to take charge as they arrive at the opening quarter. Woodmere Stealdeal moves on to the lead. Dollars and Spence is now sitting at the rails second, followed closely third by Jaden's Magic Steel. Back in 4, that's Mr. Riley. The 5th in line, Dusty Lane Goliath. Woodmere Alvin back treading in 6. Quarter reached in 29 and 3. The Colts head off the turn and in front of us now for the first time as they near the halfway point. And out front with the lead, that's Woodmere Stealdeal out there by 2.5. Dollars and Spence in pursuit second, up on the outside uncovered. Here comes Mr. Roddy third. In at the rail, staying in is Jaden's Magic Steel in 4. Out second over from 5. That is Woodmere Alvin, and now treading is Dusty Lane Goliath. On to the backstretch for the final time. The half and a tep at 1 minute flat as they move on to the 3/4 mile mark. Woodmere Stealdeal looks strong in the front end, up on the outside and attacking first over as they race through the backstretch. That is Mr. Roddy on the inside. Dollars and Spence is hemmed in the pocket third. Inside and saving ground, Jaden's Magic Steel from 4. Then Woodmere Alvin outside has 5 and Dusty Lane Goliath. They were by 3/4 in 1:29 and 1. Woodmere Stealdeal will be tough to catch off those fractions as they move off the top turn. Is out there by 2.5. Dollars and Spence trying to hang in second. Outside Mr. Rowdy, on down the lane they come. It's Woodmere Stealdeal. Woodmere Stealdeal winning it easily, drawing off here in the 10th race. Up the passing lane for second. Jaden's Magic Steel. Third is Mr. Riley.
Starter calls the horses. It's post time. We're here for the 6th. Sixth race of the afternoon, Atlantic Sire Stakes, 2-year-old Colts. A division field of 5 on gate. It's Mr. Riley and Corey McPherson. Windermere Best Man, Adam Lerner. Dollars and Spence, Redmond Doucette. Woodmere Stealdeal, Claire McDonald. And California Jack on the outside for Greg Sparling. 2-year-old Colts, top of the stretch. Here they come. And there they go off and pacing, and Dollars and Spence right on the gate for Doucette there, leaving out into the turn. California Jack looking to cross over away second, and then third is Mr. Riley. Fourth, as they head past the opening eighth, a Windermere Best Man, and the early trailer back there fifth is the heaviest post-time favorite. That's Woodmere Stealdeal. The locals got away 1 and 2 here as Dollars and Spence and Doucette clear by 3 down at the opening quarter on California Jack. Away third is Mr. Riley. They're well strung out, and here's why. 28 and 1 opened it up. Dollars and Spence on the lead by 4. Round the turn for the first time, California Jack. A gapped out pocket ride there second. Mr. Riley's going to start the backfield rolling for McPherson third, and he's coming in a hurry now. Fourth, the Woodmere Stealdeal, and he's moved out. And fifth is Windermere Best Man. They are rolling here up front. Dollars and Spence and Mr. Riley in 57 and 4. And Dollars and Spence back on now, clear by a couple, going to 5/8. Mr. Riley there second. Woodmere Stealdeal a bit closer third. Then California Jack and Windermere Best Man, but Dollars and Spence still the leader here and putting up big numbers for Doucette at 3/4. Mr. Riley applies the pressure second. Woodmere Stealdeal looking 3 high third. 26 and 1 for 3/4. Dollars and Spence. Mr. Riley, the undefeated Woodmere Stealdeal here on the turn, a bit wide into the stretch. Woodmere Stealdeal and Claire on the outside, powering up now. Then Mr. Riley and Dollars and Spence 3 for 3 lifetime. Woodmere Stealdeal on the line, wins the second of 2 divisions. Mr. Riley second. Dollars and Spence third. There's a 2-year-old track record. 56 and 2.
Doucette. 2-year-old pacing Colts in the 7th, top of the stretch. Here they come. Go off and pacing, Steel Reefer at the inside, Dollars and Spence firing from the outside into the turn. Away third is a Fernhill Flight, then fourth Wood Stealdeal, fifth around the turn. The trailer is a Woodman. Wow, they're swinging going to the quarter. Dollars and Spence parked out a ways there by Steel Reefer, but Redmond's cleared, and he's opened up a on them. Steel Reefer now for Barrio sits back second. Fernhill Light at the inside third. Woodmere Stealdeal is underway already. Wow, 27 and 3. Dollars and fired up here in the 7th for Redmond round the turn for the first time. Steel Reefer lays off that speed second. Woodmere Stealdeal now first up for Campbell third. Fernhill Flight at the inside fourth. And Woodmere Alvin trails but moving out fifth. Dollars and Spence the big that as Woodmere Stealdeal comes to call on the outside. 57 and 1, punishing opening half mile, and the Colts are rolling next to 3. Woodmere Stealdeal now firing to the lead. Steel Reefers off the pylons third. The outside fourth, Fernhill Flight. And trailing fifth at the inside, Woodmere Alvin in full flight past 3/4. That's Campbell and Woodmere Stealdeal. They're clear by 4 in 1. 26 and 3. Second is Steel Reefer. Third on the outside, Fernhill Flight. Then Dollars and Spence and Woodmere Alvin. Woodmere Stealdeal set the 2-year-old track record at Northside last week. He's back at Cape Breton this week, and he's going to shatter the 2-year-old track record here today. Wins it by 4. Steel Reefer was second. Woodmere Alvin closed in to be third. Shatter it, he did, folks. 1:55.4.
They're approaching a start. 3 California Jack went on the run. He'll be back leaving. Off and pacing along the rail, Dusty Lane Goliath will leave out. Woodmere Stealdeal is second. The third one into the turn is Woodmere Alvin. Coming up fourth from the outside, that's Money Roses. Away fifth is Mr. D-Duff. And it's California Jack and the trailer after a miscue. At his Get Home Terry. So they move to the backstretch, and here comes the undefeated Colt. That's Woodmere Stealdeal on to the lead for Mark Campbell. Second is Dusty Lane Goliath. Away third, that's Woodmere Alvin. Racing from fourth is Money or Roses. Now in fifth, Mr. D. Duff, California Jack 6. Trailing the field, Get Home Terry 29 and 2/5 was the opening quarter. They round the paddock turn, and on the point now, that is Woodmere Stealdeal, the fraction setter. Dusty Lane Goliath goes second, racing from third. Woodmere Alvin with the leaders fourth. That is Money or Roses. On the outside fifth is California Jack. Mr. D. Duff in sixth. Then the trailer, that's Get Home Terry 58 and 4 was the half mile. As they go round the clubhouse turn, they check in next at the 5/8 pole. And the leader, Woodmere Stealdeal. Second is Dusty Lane Goliath. Money or Roses on the move third. Moving wide fourth, there goes Woodmere Alvin. Then in fifth, Mr. D. Duff. California Jack 6. Trailing the field, Get Home Terry. They arrived at 3/4. Woodmere Stealdeal in 1:28 and 1 from the outside. Money or Roses is second. Dusty Lane Goliath third. Woodmere Alvin fourth. Now they're homeward bound, and the undefeated Woodmere Stealdeal has it locked up. He's up against the clock. Here's Campbell and Woodmere Stealdeal, a going away winner in the callback. Then Money or Roses will need a show photo. Woodmere Stealdeal, it's track record time 1:55 to 27 and 1 closing quarter. Wow! Racing, they're up a track record of 55 and 2. Let's watch them do it. Up and pacing, Rotten Ronnie leaves out at the rail. Benham again is second, third into the turn, Money or Roses. Then in fourth, that is Woodmere Stealdeal. On the far outside, Steel Reaper fifth, racing 6 in the early going. Just Call Me Doc, 7 Seagull Gangsta Boy. Then the trailer, Jaden's Magic Steel, rolling along to the opening quarter, led by Rotten Ronnie and Redmond Doucette. Now racing from second, that's Benham again. Third up the rail, Money or Roses, racing and edging to the outside, the undefeated Colt, Woodmere Stealdeal. The quarter's up in 28-4. Off the turn they come, and they straighten down the stretch. On the point, Rotten Ronnie the leader. From the outside, here now, first up on the outside, Roses underway. Third up the rail, and a handful is Benham again. Woodmere Stealdeal on the outside fourth. Steel Reaper fifth. Just Call Me Doc is sixth. Opening half mile 58 and 4. They just went 30 seconds flat. That's half comfortable, even for 2-year-old pacing calls. They're going to the back stretch, and they're starting to pick them up and put him down now. Rotten Ronnie the leader at 3/4. Benham again at the rail. Woodmere Stealdeal coming 3 wide third. Then fourth Fourth, Money of Roses. 3/4 in 1:27 until they have to come 28 flat for the track record, and they're homeward bound now. Woodmere Stealdeal has taken over for Campbell. Benham again is second. Just Call Me Doc. Stealdeal is still undefeated. He wins the Atlantic Sires for Mark Campbell. Second, that's Benham again. Just Call Me Doc has rallied up to be third. Time for the mile. It is a track record. 1:55. Wow.
Well, wow is right, Kurt. Woodmere Stealdeal gets the job done in here. And I'll tell you, I was very impressed with this horse Kenny Arsenault drove. George Renaissance, Jeff Lilly, Christina Lucky, and Blair McLaughlin and Ian McDonald. Their colt, Benham again, raced a really big mile tonight. As Vance said, he was a handful in that two-hole in the second quarter in 30 seconds flat. Woodmere Stealdeal gets the job done here tonight. 1:55-1. Take us through the race, Kurt.
I mentioned it last night that he had a shot at breaking the track record, and he did. Wow, what a performance here. He followed the cover, Money or Roses, there at the half, 58-4, and I thought Rotten Ronnie may have stole it here. And up the backstretch, the cover really stalled and really caused the guy to go out 3 wide, and he had every excuse to get beat tonight. But boy, oh boy, this guy is a true champion.
Rough and pacing, Money or Roses leaving out. Elliott Moosel on the inside. He'll leave this day, and joining them from the outside, Woodmere Stealdeal third around the turn. To get away fourth, Dusty Lane Goliath, and then the trailer. That is Woodmere Alvin. They straighten to the backstretch. Elliott Moose in unfamiliar territory. He's on the choo-choo today. Here comes one driving up and driving by. That's the undefeated colt, Woodmere Stealdeal, now clearing the lead for Mark Campbell. Elliott Moose around the turn second, then in third, Money of Roses. Fourth, Dusty Lane Goliath, and the trailer, Woodmere Alvin. 29 seconds flat was the quarter. On the lead at the 3/8 pole, that is Woodmere Stealdeal and Campbell. Now racing second out of the turn is Elliott Moose. Third on the cones, Money of Roses. Outside from fourth, there goes Dusty Lane Goliath. Following out fifth is Woodmere Alvin. Halfway home, led by Woodmere Stealdeal. First up, Dusty Lane Goliath. 59-1 was the half. Racing around the turn in third is Elliott Moose. Fourth on the outside, Woodmere Alvin. Trailing at the rail, but not out of it. Money of Roses, just 3 lengths separate the 5 of them. En route to 3/4 next, Woodmere Stealdeal the leader. Up to challenge is Dusty Lane Goliath second. Third up the rail is Elliott Moose. Woodmere Alvin on the outside fourth. Money of Roses trails at the rail. 3/4 up in 1:28-2. Going to the 7/8, Woodmere Stealdeal still there. Dusty Lane Goliath just a length off him. Then third, Elliott Moose. Woodmere Alvin fourth. Money of Roses fifth. Deep in the stretch now. Woodmere Stealdeal from the outside. Dusty Lane Goliath not enough. Woodmere Stealdeal still perfect. Dusty Lane Goliath second. We'll need a show photo. Time for the mile in 1:56.4. Rough and pacing, CL Gangsta Boy leaving out. Woodmere Stealdeal along the rail. Elliott Moose third into the turn. Dylan's Future will get away fourth. Then fifth from the outside is Fernhill Flight. Sixth along the rail. That is Woodmere Beachline. And on the outside, the trailer. That's Better Than Butter. To the backstretch they go. And here comes the undefeated colt, Woodmere Stealdeal, to take over the lead. In line to Claire McDonald. Second is CL Gangsta Boy. Elliott Moose now third. Racing from fourth, that's Dylan's Mustang. Into the turn, fifth is Fernhill Flight. Sixth is Woodmere Beachline. Then the trailer, that's Better Than Butter. 28-4 was the opening quarter. On past the 3/8 pole, the leader, Woodmere Stealdeal. And at the rail, CL Gangsta Boy second. Elliott Moose goes third. Dylan's Future continues fourth. Fernhill Flight's in fifth. Woodmere Beachline at the rail 6, trailing to the outside. Better Than Butter, they're halfway home, led by Woodmere Stealdeal in 57 and 2, approaching 5-8. Woodmere Stealdeal by 2. Second is Seagull Gangsta Boy. Elliott Moose third. Dylan's Future fourth. Fifth on the outside. Fernhill Flight. 6 is Woodmere Beachline. Then the trailer, Better Than Butter. Wow, he takes off on them here. Woodmere Stealdeal opening up a half a dozen. 3/4 up in 1:26 flat. Going to the 7/8, and it's all Woodmere Stealdeal turning for home. Elliott Moose is second. Fernhill Flight third. Woodmere Beachline fourth. As they come to the wire, a motionless Claire McDonald. Woodmere Stealdeal, a perfect 8 for 8. Second is Elliott Moose. Woodmere Beachline third. What a trip from him. 1:54. 3!
Starter calls the horses. It's post time here for the 9th. Ninth race of the afternoon, Nova Scotia Stake 2-year-old pacing colts. Woodmere, Cecil, and Paul Angel. Bet 'em again, Claire McDonald. Hot Like Wasabi, Richie Burlock. Rotten Ronnie, Redmond Doucette. Dollars and Spence, Miles Heffernan. Fernhill Flight, Dave Dowling. Woodmere Stealdeal in the back tier for Mark Campbell. Field of 7, the 2-year-old pacing colts. Top of the stretch. Here they come. And there they go off and pacing. That's Bet 'em again, Hot Like Wasabi, and Rotten Ronnie down the center, firing out into the turn. At the inside, Bet 'em again leads it. Rotten Ronnie's going to tuck in there second. Hot Like Wasabi away third. Woodmere Stealdeal powering up on the outside from fourth. Then fifth away going to the quarter, Woodmere Cecil. Sixth to Fernhill Flight. Dollars and Spence trails. Woodmere Stealdeal. There was no early battle. Campbell fired into the lead here, and he's clear by 3 down at the quarter. Over Bet 'em again. Rotten Ronnie's away third, and Hot Like Wasabi sits fourth, 29 and 1 opened it up. Woodmere Cecil at the inside fifth, then Dollars and Spence, and the trailer around the turn is Fernhill Flight. So Woodmere Stealdeal, the back tier didn't matter today. Campbell put him on the lead early. Bet 'em again's got a perfect pocket ride for Claire second. Rotten Ronnie at the inside third. There goes Woodmere Cecil to the outside fourth. Hot Like Wasabi, a ground-saving trip fifth. Then Dollars and Spence. On the trailer, Fernhill Flight, 59 and 3 for an opening half mile. Wow, they better get motivated from the backfield. Woodmere Stealdeal, Bet 'em again now, considering a move to the outside second. Rotten Ronnie at the inside third. Then fourth, Woodmere Cecil, and Hot Like Wasabi. Woodmere Stealdeal's got the advantage here at 3/4. Bet 'em again's going to try to reel him in. 1:29 and 2. Wow, this is some eighth. You're watching these two pace here with an eighth of a mile to go. Woodmere Stealdeal, Bet 'em again, trying to close in second. Woodmere Stealdeal, Bet 'em again with a shot. Mark Campbell, Woodmere Stealdeal, 9 for 9 today at Northside. Second, Bet 'em again. Hot Like Wasabi has finished third in 1:57 flat. That's a 27 and 3 closing quarter for the undefeated Woodmere Stealdeal.
Approaching a start. The rough and pacing Steel Reaper, Just Call Me Doc are leaving. Mr. Riley third towards the rail. Class Hero way wide in the early going fifth. Woodmere Stealdeal. And the trailer, that is Whistler. So it's Steel Reaper and Barrio out in front in the early going. Just Call Me Doc got away with a 2-hole ride. Class Hero along the rail third, backing up and looking for a spot fourth. Mr. Riley. Woodmere Stealdeal is unhurried in fifth. And the trailer, That is Whistler 6. So the front panel goes to Steel Reaper in 29 seconds flat. Racing second is Just Call Me Doc. Class Hero third. There goes Woodmere Stealdeal. Starting underway in the outside fourth. Mr. Riley is fifth. Whistler is the trailer. So through the stretch they come, approaching the opening half mile. Steel Reaper, but wow, what a move from fifth to first in a blink of the eye. Woodmere Stealdeal cleared for Campbell, 58 and 4 the half. Racing second is Steel Reaper, Just Call Me Doc third. Class Hero fourth. Outside of fifth, Mr. Riley underway. Trailing on the outside, that's Whistler. Up the backstretch they go over the second and final time. 3/4, they're going there now. And the leader, Woodmere Stealdeal by 2. Racing from second is Steel Reaper. Men, they're flying here now. By the 3/4 in 1:28 and 3. They round the turn for the final time. Woodmere Stealdeal with an 8 left to go. Clear by 3. Steel Reaper is second. Mr. Riley third. Just Call Me Doc up the inside. But he's still perfect. And I mean perfect. 10 for 10. Woodmere Stealdeal in the O'Brien. Just Call Me Doc rally second. Steel Reaper third. 1:56 and 1. Competitive final in the history of the Island Bridges. Wow, what a field here. There they go. Off and pacing. Bet 'em again, the first one away. Second at the rail, Money or Roses. Third into the turn. Steel Reaper. Saltwater Savage gets away fourth. From the rail, racing fifth is Mr. Riley. Up on the outside, Woodmere Stealdeal 6. Seventh is Dusty Lane Goliath, and the trailer, Elliott Moose. Along the backstretch they go, and it's Bet 'em again for Kenny Arsenault out in front. Here comes the undefeated colt, Woodmere Stealdeal, up and after the leader. Third at the rail, that's Money or Roses. Back into fourth is Saltwater Savage. 28 and 1 was the quarter. Oh, and a little tussle going on up front. Woodmere Stealdeal has paid a price to lead it today. In line to Mark Campbell. Bet 'em again now. Second, Money or Roses with the leaders third. Back into fourth, Steel Reaper. Going to be a wicked half. From the outside, fifth is Saltwater Savage. Mr. Riley 6. Dusty Lane Goliath 7th. Trailing the field, Elliott Moose. 55 and 3. Second quarter was 27 and 2 by the 5/8 Woodmere Stealdeal, the leader. Bet 'em again right there. Third up the rail, Money or Roses from the outside. Here comes Saltwater Savage now. They arrive at 3/4. Woodmere Stealdeal, the leader. Bet 'em again is tipped to the outside. Money or Roses at the rail third. Dusty Lane Goliath 3 wide fourth. 3/4 in 1:25 and 4. They're coming for home, led by Woodmere Stealdeal. Bet 'em again, Money or Roses. Dusty Lane Goliath on the far outside is coming late. Deep in the stretch, Woodmere Stealdeal remains undefeated. Second, Dusty Lane Goliath. Bet 'em again third. Time for the mile, 1:55.3. Championship final 2-year-old Colt Pacers post time. Through up and pacing, Rotten Ronnie is leaving. Dusty Lane Goliath at the rail. Between them, Woodmere Alvin is third into the turn. Woodmere Stealdeal comes up fourth on the outside. Away fifth, Money or Roses. Then in sixth, Mr. Riley, Jaden's Magic Steel, and the trailer. It's Steel Reaper along the backstretch. Rotten Ronnie and Redmond Doucette. The leaders, it's going to be short-lived. Here's Campbell and Woodmere Stealdeal now from the outside. They're taking over the lead, and they clear, but they're well on by the opening quarter, and it's up 28 seconds flat. Woodmere Stealdeal has cleared the lead. Rotten Ronnie in second, back into third. Dusty Lane Goliath. Woodmere Alvin comes out of the turn fourth. To the outside fifth. Money or Roses. Mr. Riley sixth. Jaden's Magic Steel seventh. Trailing the field. Steel Reaper. They're halfway home. Backfield well in motion. Woodmere Stealdeal the leader. Here's Dusty Lane Goliath up on the outside second. 56-4. Opening half mile, 3/8 to go. It's Woodmere Stealdeal the leader. Dusty Lane Goliath on the outside at his wheel. Rotten Ronnie in the pocket third. Money or Roses fourth on the outside. Fifth at the rail, Woodmere Alvin. Mr. Riley is sixth. Jaden's Magic Steel seventh. Steel Reaper is eighth. 3/4 in one. 25-3 at the 7/8. Woodmere Stealdeal turning for home the leader. Rotten Ronnie looking for a colossal upset. Dusty Lane Goliath third. Here is perfection. Woodmere Stealdeal in the Atlantic Breeders' Crown Final. Rotten Ronnie is second. Dusty Lane Goliath third. It's a track record equaling performance. 155.